This is so not a tutorial.
I'm going to do something a little bit different today. My usual background, the gray with the silver design on it that you see behind my chandelier, is a peel and stick wallpaper that I got at Target. And I never showed you anything about it because I did it before I was making YouTube videos. Well, I decided I wanted to start doing a few more hairstyling videos, which means I need to shoot them in my bathroom. And this is not very pretty as a background to have to stare at it the whole time, and you don't really see much detail with the hair. So I'm going to put some wallpaper on my door, and I thought I'd share with you how to do it. Now, I've done peel and stick wallpaper once before in my life, so that is the wealth of my experience on it. And you know, they have directions on here. Do I seem like a person who reads directions? No, I am not a person who reads directions. We're just going to wing it. Here's what we are going to start out with. It probably has a listing in here of what tools and materials you will need for this job. We don't mess with things like that. I know that I'm going to need to clean this because it probably has hairspray and dust and, you know, life on it. So I'm going to use some Windex, which may or may not be the appropriate cleaner for cleaning off a painted door before putting peel and stick wallpaper on it. I have no idea, but that's what I'm using. We're going to need to do some measuring. Going to need to do some marking. When you put peel and stick wallpaper up, it tends to get air bubbles in it. These are not pretty. The way to get rid of air bubbles? Squeegee. So we will be squeegeeing those air bubbles out. When I did the background for my main area that you see behind the chandelier, I did 2 rows of this paper because I think it's 18 inches wide, and the 2 rows side by side is what I did there. This is not quite enough to go all the way across, and I'd end up wasting a lot of it, and you know how cheap I am, so we're not doing that. So I am just going to do 1 strip of color down the middle of the door, leaving a little bit on each side simply for ease, simply because this is used as a background for videos. I think if I were going to be doing this for a decorating thing for life, I would do side by side and cover the door completely. I would take the doorknob off and make sure that all the wallpaper was behind that. So that would be the way to do it properly. But as always, we're not doing it the right way. We're doing it my way. Again, no idea if Windex is the appropriate cleaning product to be using for this, but it is the cleaning product that I have. And we've heard it said a million times, measure twice, cut once. This roll is 20 inches wide. So it's 20 inches, and my door is almost 28 inches. Now, my doorknob right here is going to need at least 4 inches. So just to make this really easy, I'm going to allow 4 inches on this side, and it'll probably be a little less than that on this side, but I'm not going to sweat about that. So I'm going to make a mark at each side with my pencil, which I have stored in a very safe place on the floor. So, where are my eyeballs? So we're going to make a mark, 4 inches. It's right there and there just to double up. And you can see it's almost 28 inches. So 27 3/4 inches. But because my wallpaper is 20 inches, allowing for the 4, 20 inches takes me to 24. I'm just going to make a mark there. So I'm going to have 4 inches space on this side, and I'm going to have 3 3/4 inches on this side, and that's just fine by me. But here are directions for those who want directions. Okay. Super industrial strength nipple clamps. These are great. Having clamps and stuff is really great when you try to do things by yourself. So I am going to, once again, find my glasses. And now I'm going to line up my edge with the edge that I have over here. And there's my 4 inch, there's my 4 inch. There's my 4 inch. I'll drop it down a little. So we're gonna wiggle everything into place. And then I'm going to use my clamp to just hold this in position until I get everything lined up. And we are ready to go. Okay, bastard. And the great thing about peel and stick is it's literally that easy. You just peel it. It's like a giant Post-it note. Hang on, it's not going to be that easy. It is repositionable, so you don't have to feel compelled. It's not perfect. You are going to get a chance to adjust. Gradually just unpeel from the back. Smooth it out. This is when you want your squeegee to get rid of those bumps. So you just gradually work your air bubbles out, unfold it. Make sure you stay lined up on your mark right there. Rolling. So we just squeegee that down and make sure that you're lined up to your marks on either side. And just keep squeegeeing. Now the door has a little bit of a texture to it, so I'm not going to get quite as smooth as I would on the walls. So be it. And we just gradually work our way down. Unpeeling. Sorry, I have to keep my glasses on so I can see my marks. And just find your mark on either side. There's my mark. And make sure we're lined up. And just squeegee that down. Whoop, got a little bubble in there. Peel and stick, you can easily remove it. Working those bubbles out. Little mark there. And I have found with the background that I have in the other room that It does occasionally get bubbles under it. Every once in a while, I'll just randomly walk by and see a little bubble, and I just take my squeegee and just give it a little smooth out, and it's fine. So the bubbles are sort of part of the problem with the peel and stick. But, you know, for apartment renters, it really is ideal. I did find some problems with this door. I discovered that the paint on my door was not properly prepped. I realized that is very surprising in an inexpensive rental. You expect that they're going to put absolute care into everything they do with your rental, and yet they don't. What a shock. So there are places where the paint is bubbling on the door, and that means that I will have to replace the paint anyway. So that didn't work out well, but we have some pretty paper. It's got a few bubbles on it. I'm not going to sweat it, but I'm certainly going to say this is not a tutorial. This is just slice of life. Speaking of slice of life, let's slice some wallpaper. We continued squeegeeing all the way to the bottom, and then I just did a quick sloppy slice at the bottom, and I've got a free edge here. I'm going to try to trim this right along the edge with a straight edge. We'll see how well it goes. I'm not even sure how good my blade is on this, and well, I'm not. Let's just find out. Oh, it actually, oh, that's nice. That's super easy. Okay, let me have to fix that a little bit. There's a mistake.
This is so not a tutorial. But hey, I got it on there, right?
Okay. That is an example of poorly applied peel and stick wallpaper, so that we have something other than a plain Navajo white door behind me when I start doing hairstyling videos. Let's hope my hairstyling videos go better than my wallpaper application videos. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, drop your comments down below. Have you wrestled with wallpaper? Have you tried peel and stick wallpaper? My experience with peel and stick wallpaper was very different when I put it up in my living room and you didn't get to see it. It went so much better. Is that the duress of performance? Is that having the camera on and then suddenly you mess everything up? Probably some of that. Oh well. Love you bunches. I'll talk to you very soon.
Now I have a background that has a little more dimension to it than just a flat door right behind my head. And when I need to set it up, it's as simple as just stretching a bungee cord across. And yes, those are the same curtains on the same bungee cord from the other set.
I'm recording.
Amazing. Yeah, we were perfectly on those marks.